Welcome, Pisces, to your mid-month reading for March. Hope your friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers, and anyone new to my channel. Welcome, welcome. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, Pisces, let's see what's going on in your energy. Best energy for Pisces, please. Best energy for Pisces, mid-month. What is going on with the majority of Pisces? Majority of Pisces, please. And it feels like one more, friends. There it is. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding. Out of every card, Pisces, every card, I mean, you see all these cards, you have to get that one. War of the Roses. Yes, it sounds exactly the way it says it. Reminds me of that movie. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, Pisces, let's see. I'm going to put you on this side. This is you on this side. This is your loved one, your best friend, co-worker, boss. Usually War of the Roses, though, because this is love. It could be the person you're in, you have connections of love with. So I'm going to leave it mostly to you on this side, your partner on this side, or your bestest friend ever. Okay? But mostly this is love, of course, right? War of the Roses. Could be married. Getting ready to be married. Some kind of commitment. War of the Roses. Getting ready to battle. Being in a battle. Knowing you're in a battle. This is the war within the relationship. The battle of the heart about the relationship. Power plays, lack of respect for each other, or maybe they have a lack of respect for you, and this is causing battle, however it is. Lack of communication. You're at an impasse, right? You're definitely in an impasse, that's for sure. This situation is nothing less than karmic. And it's time to listen and take action. Awareness, vision, and self-honoring are required now for your position. And to position yourself for the best and make plans to leave the battlefield. How are you going to make plans to leave the battlefield? Battle. War. Okay. Take it how it resonates. No matter what it is, you know you're in a battle. Getting a card to clarify the War of the Roses and the entire reading. Okay. Trying to get fireworks up here, not cannons, right? How are we going to leave that battlefield? It's karmic. Yeah, just like it said, it was karmic. It's almost like this is where the fate has ruled you. You put this destiny into place. The universe sees this. This is the way it is. This card right here is the same pretty much to me as not only the world, but also the Wheel of Fortune. Why? Because destiny is looking at you. Universe is looking at you. They're saying, okay, well, was this brought upon you through karmic chains? Was this something that you had to, it feels like it was just in the play. It was something that kept going and going and going until all of a sudden it was battle. And now we're in a battle. So with the universe card over here, pretty much just looking at it from the world card standpoint to start with. It was like the ultimate conclusion. That was it. It was like there were undertakings that continued to just play a force here. until it got out of control. It was like there was nothing that could change. It was building to this point. Energies were building up, building up, building up. Couldn't stay on the same page with this person. Things were said, things are done, until it just got to the breaking point. The universe sees it and acknowledges it as karmic threads. So, you know, like I said, there wasn't a whole lot you were going to be able to do about this one. This one was almost meant to happen in the end. The building blocks were there. It just continued to keep forcing itself to this point. The completion, it's almost like you were trying to liberate yourself. One side's trying to liberate their meaning. You're trying to liberate your meaning. The universe says there's a liberation coming. But unfortunately, with this liberation comes a completion. No one's really going to 100% win out of this situation. There really won't be. It's both a losing battle in the end. The only way that it's really going to win is that you're going to win your liberation. That's it, both sides. Because there are power plays that are taking place. You think you're in the right, they think they're in the right, just like every war. Every war starts this way. You're battling for and standing up for your what you believe is right. For yourself. We'll just say it that way. Standing up for yourself, they're standing up for themselves, but there's no real win. Unfortunately, this is a losing battle. The only way you can win is if you come to terms together and somebody waves a white flag. So, are you guys going to wave a white flag? We'll find out, because that's the only way to win. Who's going to step down out of position and make the War of the Roses stop? So, if you decide that you don't want the completion and you wave the white flag, you're going to have to wait till heated temperaments are done before you can save this. If you have War of the Roses a lot and you already know the outcome, but no matter what, it doesn't really ever 100%, win. With the New Beginnings coming out, World card again. It's just, there's new beginnings in the present. In the past, it was spiritual union, so this definitely love. War of the Roses, Two of Cups. And the overall potential outcome for the near future is, clarify on the overall potential for the near future, please. Overall potential outcome. Heartache and loss, upside down. Even if you suffice this and you come to the hopeful situation and you get out of the heartache and loss, the relationship will never 100% be what it was before. There'll always be a piece missing, my friends. Always be a piece missing, because the war is too heavy. And it's too heavy on karma. It's too much. It's a heavy load. It's a heavy, heavy load. Especially when you talk about War of the Roses. The big one. It's a big, giant one. So, clarifying on the spiritual union in the recent past, this is talking about a love of two people. Is this where the War of the Roses started, or is this talking about the love that was so wonderful before it happened? We'll find out. Nope, there it is. It's clearing the way. Something was going on that was causing obstacles and challenges between the relationship. with the Queen of Roses. That's yourself. That's yourself, Pisces. Something was in the way. You need to clear the path from the obstacles and challenges of the Queen of Roses. You yourself are the Queen of Roses. You're trying to clear the way, trying not to have these obstacles, trying not to get all of this stuff in the way of this relationship, trying to bring the beauty, trying to bring the love, trying to be open-hearted to this person. Let's clarify on that. So yeah, you wanted to clear the way. It feels like you were trying to clear the way, trying to get rid of a lot of obstacles and challenges. It just didn't seem to really fall in your suit. Maybe you were trying to put them out of your mind, you know, out of sight, out of mind type of thing, but they just keep popping up back in the relationship. Does this other person keep bringing them back up? Is this where the war comes from? Okay, I said we're not going to talk about that anymore, and you keep bringing it up. Oh, well, where you have a War of the Roses, I guess you have to have the Queen or King of Roses, right? So, there you are. Could also be dealing with a Cancer. The Queen of Roses is a Cancerian card, but I see it as your energy. You are trying to keep the peace over here, and it just feels like they keep bringing up all these negative things. Clarifying. Yes, and not only that, it's keeping you out in the cold. If you had done something, Pisces, okay, in the past, they keep bringing that past up. They're not letting you walk away from that past. They're not really, they might say, hey, you know what, Pisces, I forgive you for that. Oh, but wait a second. Every time something comes up, let me put you back out in the cold and bring up that scenario, or vice versa. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. I think that there could have been something that you did, and they're always bringing it back up as an obstacle and challenge. Hey, you know what, Pisces, you made this mistake. Oh, I totally forgive you because I love you. Oh, no. No. As you're trying to get past the obstacles and challenges, they want to bring it back up. Then they want to leave you out in the cold. They want to, you know, totally go to that one piece that you messed up. Oh, don't you remember when you lost your job? Okay, well, that's great. You know, 1,000 people on this planet lose their job. Why are you bringing that up as an obstacle and challenge? It's almost like they have to throw you under the bus every time just for this one thing. And then that brings on this obstacle. Yes, trying to put you on a pedestal, trying to, you know, make you the center of attention of whatever mistake that you made. Hey, you know what? You need to give that up. 7 points. You know, you were trying to walk past this. You've been trying to prepare yourself and get back on track, trying to do this and do that. But for some reason, they keep saying, you know what, I forgive you. And then as soon as something happens, it's like, oh yeah, but you did. And it's like, why are you bringing that up? Could have been from 3 years ago. But for some reason, they always want to bring up the past mistake that you made. It's like not allowing the bygones to be bygones, not allowing you to grow from the mistake. How are you even going to grow from the mistake if they keep throwing it back in your face? You know what? We all have mistakes. You know, I've been with my husband 26 years. If I threw everything, all the mistakes that he's made within 26 years into his face every time we had a little nitpick, that would be ridiculous. No. Or every time I did something wrong and he says, well, don't you remember when you spent that money when you weren't supposed to? Oh, you mean like 8 months ago? Yeah. Oh, okay. The heck does that have anything to do with now? It's just a way of attacking you. They know how to get to you, so they bring that up, and it makes you feel like you're out in the cold because they're bringing up these past memories of things that happened. Can't getting past it. Yes, not giving way to new opportunities, but bringing up all the BS from the past. Wow. So yeah, they put you into a challenge mode. Now you're both in challenge mode because now you have to stick up for yourself and say, hey, you know what? That was a long time ago. We have the Ace of Wands. Can we move past that, please? We've started new beginnings. We've taken actions in different places. Why are you trying to make challenge with this? This is how the starting fights, or how the fighting starts. Wow, I said that backwards. Okay, so yeah. This is how the fight began. making you stand up for yourself for something that was, you know. And so what? What? You did something, you know, you didn't put the toilet seat down, you know, and then they're going to bring up something about, you know, how you lost work 8 months ago. What the heck does that have to do with the toilet seat? Nitpicking. But it's things that's like kind of hurtful, right? Because you know that, you know, when you make a mistake, we already have to pay for it in our own minds. We don't need, you know, and then we try our hardest to get past it. So for them to keep continuing to make this an issue from the past is ridiculous. So you have this new beginnings. Okay, so here we go. Ready? War. You want the challenge mode? Get ready for it, because here it is. Lots of fire going on here. You might even have a fire sign or an earth sign that you're fighting with. I have all earth, all fire. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So you got the War of the Roses going on over here. And now they've got you in battle mode. Now you guys are standing your ground. Bring out the horses, bring out the troops. Here we go. So now it's heated. We know it's heated also because we have all these wands. The action is taken. The challenge mode is on. You're fighting. Fighting to keep your spot. Fighting to keep, you know. Okay, so here we go. Who's right and who's wrong? The muse is coming out. Well, with the muse upside down, with the new beginnings, it's like you've been trying to give this a rebirth. You've been trying to make this. You're trying to keep the war from happening. You're trying your hardest, regardless of what happened, regardless of the challenge you have to put on, regardless of the situation. You know, you're trying to keep the peace, but it's not happening. And you know it's not happening. The obstacle is bigger than the peace, right? Because they won't let up. Oh, I see they're not letting up. I mean, look at, you're fighting like 5 wands over here. So it's like you're trying to resist it with the muse upside down, but it's something you can't resist because they keep coming at you. So the only thing you can do is stand your ground. And that's how you got in the War of the Roses. Okay. There's nothing you can do. You could have even tried to go into, you know, what I call mermaid mode. You could have tried to ignore the situation, tried to back down, hide out, do this, do that, and it's not happening. Try to block yourself from the situation, and they're just keep coming at you, trying to enforce this and fight with you. So there's nothing you can do except for get yourself on the battlefield. So this could have a lot to do with money, my friends. A lot to do with money. We have money up here so much. This definitely could have something to do with money. I see more money than anything. Yeah, they're tempting you. Look at that. They put you into a temptation mode. They put you into a temptation mode where there's nothing else you can do but stand your ground. You're trying to back down, but they want to fight. And they keep tempting you. And I do feel, Pisces, that you are trying your hardest not to fight with this person. But it's getting to the point where there's not a whole lot you can do. You're in a mental conflict. There's not much left. It's like you're standing your ground, trying to make them understand what is going on. And it's not happening. They want to fight. So, Queen of Wands, you guys are definitely dealing with, somebody is definitely dealing with fire sign. This fire sign is the Queen of Wands upside down. They are just attacking you, attacking you, attacking you, attacking you. But we see that over here with the Seven of Wands in challenge mode. It's just like words after words after words. And this is because they are definitely in the Four of Swords in reverse. This actually gives them nightmare. They are very upset about this situation, but it does feel like they kind of brought this on themselves in a lot of ways. Why? Because bringing up the past situation into a new situation is not the way to succeed in doing something. Okay, that does not help the situation. That makes the situation worse. They really need to just focus on what is happening today and not bringing in what happened yesterday. Okay, so with the Three of Cups, it's like you're trying to find the joy and the happiness within the situation as the King of Cups. You're trying to keep your emotional balance over here, but they really want to start this war, or they have started a war. And you're trying everything to keep yourself emotionally balanced with the King of Cups. That is you. So you are keeping your emotions at bay, keeping yourself loyal to yourself and to the situation without trying to go overboard. So it seems like they're very fired up. They're like all over the place. You might even see like psychosis kind of coming out. Like they're like, yeah, right? And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't need all that, right? I don't need this psychosis, crazy, you know, mental conflict that you're driving at me. You need to settle down a little bit, because it does feel like they're kind of out of control. And it literally does feel that way, you guys. I mean, there could even be like someone throwing, you know, cups at you or throwing something at you. I see someone throwing something from the kitchen, just completely showing some kind of psychosis, just 100% out of control. And you are trying to keep yourself, at the King of Cups. And you're determined to do so too, to keep this down. You understand you're in the War of the Roses, but you're trying your hardest, to make the better judgment calls, because you just know that this person's really out of control. And this is what War of the Roses is, though, my friends. This is when you get so out of control that there's nothing, you know what I mean? There's always going to be one side of the roses that's way more controlled than the other one, right? We see that even in war. One's super crazy, you know, way out there, and then you have the other team that's just like strategic, you know, getting into strategy and using strategics and, you know, doing these types of things, right? I think of like old wars, like the Romans versus the Persians. Persians of cartilage were like way out of control, like bleh, and the Romans were like hiding in the forest. You know, they had their stuff together. They weren't worried, but you see what I'm saying? They weren't worried, but the other ones were like getting crazy, right? They're bringing in elephants. I mean, like, that's crazy, right? That is crazy. I have to think about that stuff, right? Like, who brings in an elephant? Okay, that's just, you know, I'm going to bring an elephant in to ride. I don't know what the heck that elephant's for, but I guess maybe it just makes you look good. I don't know. So you have the heartache and the loss over here. So yeah, that's like Roman, you know, the Romans versus Persia over here. Persians are crazy. We all know this. So a little out of control over here, and you're just trying to keep yourself out of the heartache and the loss over here. Maybe you're used to your person getting a little Persian, a little crazy, a little out there, a little barbarian, a little Mongolian, however it is, right? Who knows? A little Genghis Khan, right? You're like, okay. So yeah, you're trying to make the better judgment calls over here to keep the peace, but what's the universe saying? Remember, the new beginnings of what? The new beginnings of you needing to watch that karma, knowing that this is what's going on, needing a new beginning. Pretty much the universe is saying that this ain't working. This is not working. The initiation of the Count Saint Germain. Okay, 14. And remember, cross watchers, this could be the Pisces. It doesn't have to be you. It could go either way. Okay, so this card represents your intuition and your initiation. It is much more than a change or even a transformation. It's nothing less than your movement into a higher revelations of power, insight, and achievements, and the time is now. Why? Because you're not going to take on the heartache and loss. You're not thinking about it at all, because you already know. I think for a lot of you, this has happened way more than once. I don't think this is your first rodeo with this person. Because if you can get over the heartache and loss that fast, my friends, that means this is not your first rodeo. You have, you know, put the reins on this person in this situation once before. And it just looks like the universe is saying, you need to find something else. This is not working. This is not healthy. This is not a healthy relationship. We have the devil. We have so much karma. We have the judgment card. We got so many unhealthy things going on over here, mentally, emotionally, and just soul-wise, just being a human-wise. This is showing some lower vibrational relationships, jobs and activities that may require in order to lift you to newer thoughts and power that await you. And remember, this could be at work as well. So it could be you and a co-worker or a boss going at it, okay, however it is. But it's definitely feels more like a relationship, like I said, of a best friend, or mostly love. I feel the love because I see her like throwing that cup at you across the room, you know. And yeah, it's just, and yeah, I see this. And this is showing you there are better heights and places that you need to be. You need to stop the karmic cycle, stop all the negative karmic that you're putting on between the two of you in this relationship. All this relationship is doing is building karma, negative karma. It's not, it's like you already have a ball and chain, and that chain just keeps making links of karma to yourself. It's not healthy. I don't see anything healthy in this relationship. Even when it's good, but it can turn bad so bad. So the heartache and loss is like, well, there's not really any heartache and loss. How could there really be heartache and loss if you're used to this? You just go, do what you do. They get over it. You guys go back together and do whatever you're supposed to do. But like it says, it doesn't, no one really is winning out of this situation. This isn't a war of winning. You both are losing. Yeah. You need to make a self-sacrifice and have a transformation. Because this transformation, all you're doing is self-sacrificing. You're self-sacrificing your complete happiness, your complete everything to stay within a relationship that is not healthy. So you've already self-sacrificed yourself. Complete true happiness. And yes, this person doesn't mean that they can't make you happy at certain times, but the psychosis of the whole reading is negative. And it's not healthy for you or them. Yeah, Queen of Swords, you need to learn that by self-sacrificing everything that you're giving yourself, you need to move on from this self-sacrificing and go find things that are good for you. Initiate yourself into better, higher vibrations. Finding things that are better for you. Finding someone that's better for you. Page of Coins. And trusting in someone who's better for you, who can listen to you, who's more on your vibrational levels. This relationship will never get better. It's only, yeah, where you're looking for the imprints. Feels like there is an imprint out there for you. Feels like there's a Taurus or a Libra that's out there that might be waiting for you, but you haven't moved. You have not moved. You're looking for your nurturing, for all your prosperities and abundances with this one person when it feels like the universe already has someone for you, and you just are continuing to put yourself into a situation where you do not belong to be there. This is not the one for you. This was like a learning karmic relationship. Yeah, you have love and the Ace of Cups somewhere else. Could be with a Gemini or a Taurus or a Libra. You know, whoever you're with now, whether it's this fire sign or this Virgo, Capricorn, or this other Taurus, it's just not working for you. Could even be an Aries, Taurus, cusp. Yeah, because if you keep continuing to stay in this relationship, it's going nowhere. It has the Wheel of Fortune upside down. It's just disfavorable. It's not going anywhere. This is the wheel. This is the wheel. The universe is telling you this is not going anywhere. the relationship itself. It doesn't mean the Wheel of Fortune isn't fortunate for you to have money and all that stuff. That has nothing to do with that. This is overall, the relationship will continue to be War of the Roses because you're in a place that no longer serves you. You learned whatever you learned with the Page of Swords, and you're supposed to move on from this because this is not serving you. If anything, it's ruining the both of you. But, you know, if you want to continue to work it out, you have free will. You guys do what you like to do. If you really love this person that much and you figure this is just the way we are, you know, you do as you do. It's your, you know, you have free will. This is just the advice from Spirit. Spirit never tells you what to do. They just give advice to, you know, help you out. Healer. Some of you might be nurses and doctors, but you also need healing. Okay? And justice. You need to justify yourself because you need the justice for yourself. Bring the fairness to yourself. If you're in the need of healing, you have crystals. And watch your nutrition because some of you are not eating well. You're either overeating or not eating healthy. Okay. Okay, and that's all I got. I didn't really get anything else. The only other card I really got was the Oracle. And that is just watch your Oracle Tarot, right? They always have good advice for you. That's pretty much what that card means. Okay, if you need advice. Okay. Otherwise, it's really up to you. But this seems to getting nowhere. I think you already know that though. And I think with this one here, I think this is really going to be, it could be the wake-up call that you need for some of you to say, you know what, this is the way I've been feeling. And now that I kind of see it, boy, was my intuition right on target, Pisces. You know, you already know you're Pisces. You already know deep inside what the answer is for the majority of you, right? You already have that intuition. No matter how much sometimes the heart feels, we just have to think of the justice for ourselves. Okay, and peace and love to you. And until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.